wants to join the video.
Hello my wasabis, this is Jirbie from Couchwasabi. So for today's EO Spotlight video, I will be talking about Idaho Blue Spruce. If this is something that you'd want to learn about, please keep watching. Alright, so I think the world is getting intense. As you may have heard, the Al volcano just erupted and there are still ash falls all around Metro Manila and south of Metro Manila. And I'm just glad that we're here in our home, very safe. I hope you guys are too. Okay, so but before anything else, I would like to share with you some information about Idaho Blue Spruce. Okay, so this is according to the app that I normally refer to as regards to Young Living Essential Oils. Okay, so Idaho Blue Spruce is under the botanical family of Pinaceae, and this is from, as you can guess, Idaho. And this is steam distilled from all three parts. It has constituents like alpha-pinene, campine, beta-pinene, myrcene, limonene, and bornyl acetate. I know you wouldn't understand that. I still haven't memorized like all of those constituents, but FYI, if you want to know, those are the constituents, okay? Historical data. Northwestern Native Americans considered the Idaho Blue Spruce to be sacred, and it's a sacred tree that's used in smudging or purification rites. Spruce leaves, inner bark, gum, and twigs have been used historically by Native Americans for a variety of functions. Leaves were used as inhalants, fumigators, and revivers. The inner bark of the spruce was used for lung and throat troubles, inward troubles, and poultice applied to wounds and for cuts and swelling, as a medicinal salt applied to areas of inflammation. And it's also for scurvy and colds. So there are many uses that's harnessing the antibacterial properties of spruce. Other properties are analgesic or reduces sensitivity to pain, antioxidant. It's great to combat oxidation, antibacterial, as I've mentioned earlier, and relaxant, and possibly anti-cancer. Okay, so there are other things that are mentioned here, like how to use, apply 2 to 4 drops on desired area. Of course, it has to be. It says here it's not required to be diluted, but I digress. I would highly recommend you to dilute everything before applying it on your skin. You can also inhale it directly and diffuse an hour 3 times a day. So this oil is kind of hard to find. It's actually hard to get your hands on this. I feel that it's very, very scarce. It took me what, 2 years, 1.5 years to finally have my hands on this. Like similar to goldenrod, it's always out of stock. So as soon as this was sold for a limited, like I think this was only limited to 2 bottles per account, I grabbed it immediately, and it didn't disappoint. In fact, you can wear this as a perfume on its own. It smells very invigorating. This is something that's normally seen in a lot of February or Valentine recipes. I've seen this like when I was planning my previous Valentine workshops, and at that time I didn't have Idaho Blue Spruce. And they say that you can replace it with Northern Lights and Black Spruce, but I think it's a little different. So I'm just happy that I was able to get this. It smells so invigorating, energizing. It's manly, but I like it. So I feel that there's also an appeal to women. It's so good, as in. Okay, other things about this wonderful oil is that this is one of the highest in alpha-pinene and limonene. So it's great to combat cancer cells. It's great to support if you want to keep cancer cells at bay. And this is distilled at Young Living St. Marie's Farm, like up in the north of Idaho. And one of the highest frequency oil also. It has 580 megahertz of frequency. So I'm not sure if you're familiar, but the frequencies, like with your crystals, or the frequencies of essential oil correlative to its antioxidating properties. So the higher the frequency, the better it is to combat oxidation. And oxidation, as you may know, is like the cause of our body sicknesses or illnesses. So if you surround yourself, or if you diffuse essential oils that are high in frequency, like this one, and rose, and even white angelica, those would really help support your health. Okay? Alright, so this oil has a pleasing, relaxing, evergreen aroma, that's true. And blue spruce helps ground the body, recharges, rejuvenates, and creates a feeling of balance. You can diffuse it, open to your heart and mind during prayer or meditation, or while you are doing your yoga practice. And it says here that this can be also an aphrodisiac. It's like a good support to enhance the feelings of confidence of your man and supports testosterone level. So I'm not really sure about that, but I really like the smell of this. Maybe that's the reason why this oil is always included in a lot of like Valentine or February activities. When you're making your workshops, maybe you'd have to have this. And this oil is also found in Young Living's Shrutan, Believe, and Transformation. And there's a trivia. So did you know that animals will lie down under the spruce tree for protection and rejuvenation? So those properties are also harnessed in this bottle. If you get your bottle of spruce, you feel all those warmth and protection and, you know, feelings of protection and confidence. There's very little information about Idaho Blue Spruce simply because I think this is a little rare. It goes out of stock quite fast, like real fast, to be honest. And I was able to grab 2 of these, I think last December or last November, and I'm just happy that I was able to grab it because since being a member, this is my first time to ever have it. So I'm not sure if you're able to try this, but if you have the chance, it's really good. It's really nice. And it's just a bonus that it also has one of the highest frequencies, because I like collecting oils with the highest frequencies. So I guess that's all for this oil. I have tried diffusing with this quite a lot. I've diffused this with spearmint and elemi, and it smells amazing. It's great for your respiratory function. I've tried diffusing this with other evergreens like pine, fir. It's also good to support your respiratory function. The smell itself is like the description earlier, it's like evergreen. So that's like the best word for it. It smells like Christmas, to be honest. A little, not that festive, but it smells like Christmas trees because it smells like pine and evergreens. So it will blend well with your other, like pine, spruce, other respiratory support oils. It blends well with that. It's just a plus that it's highly, it highly combats oxidation. So I think that's also a good property of it. And yeah, I guess that's all for today. If you have any other questions about this oil, don't forget to leave them down through the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about it. If you've ever tried it, let me know how you find it. And yeah, so before we end this video, I would like to invite you to join my essential oil workshop this January. It's going to be this Saturday. I'll be posting the invite here. And I will also be having my first stamp carving workshop. And by February 2, I will be having my first ever resin jewelry workshop. So those are a little, you know, on the artsy, pretty side. I hope to see you guys in one of my classes this year. We try to roll out new classes this year. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!